There is no secret hack to boosting testosterone naturally, so you could build muscle while losing fat. And the answer to all that definitely isn't an experimental SARM cycle or a 1200 calorie starvation diet. Most guys overcomplicate body recomposition, thinking they need to choose between being skin and bones with no libido or an overfed, oversized tank. Today, I'm here to simplify it. By following these testosterone boosting fundamentals, I managed to create a system where beginners can lose fat while building muscle and then keep their gains for life. And in this video, I'm breaking down the exact natural testosterone boosting system I used so you could transform your physique by the end of 2026. Before we dive in, if you're looking to lose body fat while putting on muscle, but don't want to starve yourself throughout your journey, I put together a free recipe book loaded with delicious meals that are super low in calories, but high in protein and even higher in food volume. Grab your copy with the link below. So what do most people get wrong about this process? People have this misconception that in order to lose weight, you have to cut as many calories as humanly possible and do cardio until your legs fall off. Here's the reality. When you go into a massive calorie deficit and overtrain with cardio, your cortisol, which is your stress hormone, skyrockets. High cortisol is the off switch for your testosterone. You end up exhausted, your libido tanks, and you lose muscle, leaving you with that dreaded skinny fat look despite all the hard work. Knowledge without understanding hormonal feedback loops changes nothing. I used to make these mistakes. I'd starve myself and wonder why my lifts were dropping drastically, all while my body fat percentage didn't change, and I ended up worse than before. Everything changed when I realized that testosterone is the primary driver of nutrient partitioning, meaning it tells your body to send calories to muscle tissue rather than fat cells. If you want to build the nutritional foundation for body recomposition, we aren't just looking at calories in a vacuum. We're looking at habits that can make or break your test levels. This basically means you want to create a deficit that's enough to lose body fat over time, but not too low so you could also gain muscle at the exact same time. Instead of the usual 500 to 750, aim for 200 to 300 calories below maintenance. This is the sweet spot where you lose fat, but provide enough energy to support test production and muscle protein synthesis. As far as macros go, starting with protein, you want 1 to 1.3 grams per pound of body weight. This is non-negotiable for muscle preservation and will also help you gain muscle during the deficit. For your fats, aim for 25 to 30% of your total calories from healthy fats. Your testosterone is derived from your cholesterol. If you go low fat, your test levels will go even lower. Focus on healthy fats like whole eggs, avocados, and extra virgin olive oil, and then backfill the rest of your calories with clean carbs like potatoes and veggies to fuel your training. Stop training like a marathon runner if you want the hormone profile of someone with an aesthetic physique. You need to prioritize heavy compound movements to get the most mileage out of your training time. Think squats, deadlifts, pressing movements, and weighted pull-ups. These exercises recruit the most muscle fibers and trigger the greatest acute hormonal response. As far as frequency goes, you only need 2 to 4 days per week. 2 is enough, 4 is the upper limit. For intensity, you want to train relatively heavy, so in that 5 to 8 rep range for your compound lifts. On top of that, make sure you leave 1 to 2 reps in the tank at all times. Going to absolute failure every single set fries your central nervous system and spikes cortisol, which we want to avoid. If you're watching this, you're most likely a natural lifter. Most enhanced guys can get away with training to failure every set, and they might tell you to do the same. But that advice is made for guys on gear, for guys on gear, contrary to whatever those roided out influencers say. If you want to optimize your test levels while balancing cardio, stay away from chronic high-intensity sessions that eat muscle via killing your recovery potential. Muscle is built when you're resting, not when you're training. So stick to low-intensity steady-state cardio. The easiest way to do this is to aim for 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day. Walking is the cheat code for fat loss because it burns calories without stressing the body. It actually helps lower cortisol, which creates a better environment for testosterone to do its job. High-intensity sessions have their place, but in an optimized environment, you can perform these low-intensity workouts every single day throughout your deficit without putting your recovery potential at risk. The supplement industry wants you to buy test boosters filled with garbage. Save your money. Instead, focus on the basics that actually support the endocrine system. First, start with vitamin D3 and K2. Most people are deficient in these, so it's practically a pro-hormone. Second, zinc and magnesium. These are essential for test production and sleep quality. Third is creatine monohydrate. This will help your ATP production and promote muscle fullness. And then lastly, ashwagandha, specifically to help manage cortisol during your fat loss phase. Contrary to what most people think, testosterone is produced while you sleep, which is why recovery is a non-negotiable. If you're getting 5 hours of sleep, you're essentially operating with the test levels of a man 10 years older than you. The goal is always going to be 7 to 9 hours of high quality sleep. And then pair it with this protocol. No screens 60 minutes before bed. Keep your room between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. And ensure the room is as dark as possible. You want to make all those hours of sleep count, not just getting sleep for the sake of it. And finally, when you wake up every single morning, immediately drink 16 ounces of water and get 5 to 10 minutes of direct sunlight as fast as you can. To maximize your results inside and outside the gym, you need to understand the importance of tracking and adaptation. You can't manage what you don't measure. As far as the scale goes, track your weekly average, but don't obsess. If you're losing fat while gaining muscle, the scale won't drop as much as it would during a traditional deficit. This is where visual and strength tracking become the primary metrics. If your waist is shrinking over time but your weight is steady, you're successfully recomping. And if your lifts are going up or staying steady while your waist gets smaller, your testosterone is optimized for building muscle while shedding body fat. The reason most people fail at natural body recomposition is because it takes real time. You won't see a drastic initial drop in 2 weeks like you would with a traditional deficit, because building muscle while losing fat is a slower, more surgical process than just starving yourself. Sustainable transformation is boring. It's the repetition of the same high-quality meals, the same heavy lifts, and the same consistent bedtime. By the end of 2026, you won't just look different, you'll be different entirely. You'll have the energy, the drive, and the physique that only comes with working with your biology, not against it. And if you remember that, you won't give up in a couple of weeks because you haven't been able to prove you've made measurable progress yet. And that's exactly why I've created a system to help anyone from any starting point master body recomposition on their own terms. If you're ready to gain your first 10 pounds of muscle within 90 days, while losing 25 pounds of body fat, and don't want to waste time and effort following a program that wasn't even meant for you, you can book a private one-on-one call with me using the link in the description below. It's just for me to see if I can help you. And if I can, we'll come up with a game plan that can be implemented either yourself or with me and my team. I'll catch you guys on the next one.